Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learning Isoko Vocabulary Essentials, where my kids and I learn the basic Isoko vocabulary necessary for understanding our treasured culture and language.
And as you can see, today we're going to be learning about parts of the body.
Yes, sir. Mamuha, or let's get this started.
So first we're going to go through the major parts of the body. And for number one, we have head, which is uzo. For arm, we have obo. For elbow, we have igilo obo. For waist, we have eku. For knee, we have igilowo. And for shin, we have ubo. Asmi, could you please revise these?
Yes, so let me go over just the Isoko aspect of these weddings. I hope you'll be able to align them. So, uzo, obo, igilobo, eku, igilobo, ugbo.
From you listening.
Brother.
Okay, so now continuing on with the parts of the body, we'll go through first all of the fingers, which is iziabo. And for a finger, you just convert the I to a U, so it'd be uziabo. And then next would be, again, arm is obo. Armpit is ataviemu. Leg is owo. Neck is oho. And then for 6, we have the chest or the heart, so just general upper body area is udu. And then for 7, stomach is eva, and that also applies to like your spirit or just your internal sense of how you're feeling. Just inside is eva. And I believe that is it for this slide. So Asuna, if you wouldn't mind going through the translations in Isoko in your native tongue.
Okay, so number one, iziabo. Like Israeli said, for just one figure, it will be uziabo. Obo, ataviemu, owo, oho, udu, eva.
All right, we'll leave with man.
Brother.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to parts of the head. So we'll start off with, again, head is uzo. Start off with the hair, which is eto. And the next, we will move on to the ear, which is ezo. And then one thing I wanted to point out is in some of these pronunciations, there's going to be an R at the end where you may not fully hear the R pronounced, but it's more of just in between an OR and an OH, but it's a little closer to the OR. So pay attention, especially to when he's pronouncing it, because those slight nuances are, they're present, but hard to see. Next, we'll go to the nose, which is inwe. Then we have cheeks, which is egba. Cheek or cheeks, both singular or plural, pronounced the same. And then for chin is agboto. Shoulder, ukoko. And then we have the eyebrow, which is eto benueru. And then I kind of just want to break this down real quick. So eto, again from previously, that's hair. And then obenuero, ero, which is eye, as we'll get to, I think, next. Yes. So eye is ero, and obenu is above it. So we have the hair above the eye. And then for mustache, it's eto igbenu obenu. So again, so eto being hair, and then igbenu is that will be kind of, oh, that's not next. Is that lip?
Lips.
Yes, lips. So igbenu is lips, and then obenu is kind of along that same pattern above it. So eto igbenu obenu would be hair above the lips. And then last, which is mouth, unu. I think that would be it. So Asmi, would you mind pronouncing all of these in your native tongue?
Yes, so eto, which is the hair, ezo, inwe, which is nose, egba, cheek, agboto, chin, ukoko, shoulder, eto, obenuero, eyebrow, ero, eye, eto, igbenu obenu, mustard. Unu, which is mouth.
Well, let me go some there.
Brother.
Okay. Oh, I think we missed one. We missed one. It was the beard. So beard is Etsoegba.
Etoegba.
Yes.
I think that's all.
Yes. Oh,
Oh
there's
my.
one more. And then there's the neck, which is Oha. I think we went over that in the last slide as well.
Oha. Yes.
Oha.
Okay. All right.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Now for parts of the mouth, we have lip, which is ubenu. But if you want to make it plural, lips would be igbenu. Then we have teeth, which is ako. And then finally we have tongue, which is ero. Esi, would you please be able to repeat?
Yes. So, like my daughter said, Oghenete said, Ugbenu, lip, Igbenu, lips, Ako, teeth, and arrow, tongue.
Well, me go Simon.
Brother.
Obviously, very well done, as he speaks the language. Now we're going to go through parts of the hand. So we'll start off with the middle part, so the palm, and that's Eva Oba. And again, kind of re-emphasizing the trends that are here. Oba is generally hand, and then Eva is the middle of it, or sort of like the main center, the belly of the hand. That's the palm. Next, we'll go on to wrist. So Ezuobo. And then fingers, which is Iziabo, we said before. Single finger is Uziabo. And so now for the thumb, it's going to be Uziabo Uzo. Remember, Uzo is head, so we're talking about basically the head finger, or Ologbo. If you remember back from, I think, our first episode, we were talking about Ologbo, which is the big one. So we're either saying the big finger or the head finger, being the thumb. Next would be the index finger. So this is a little bit of a longer translation, but it's Uziabo Nokele, Uziabo Uzo. And so what that literally translates to is Uziabo finger, Nokele is next to Uziabo Uzo, which is next to the thumb finger. So it's the only finger that's next to your thumb. And that's what it literally translates to, or index finger. For the middle finger, that'll be Uziabo Odevye. And that's basically finger of the middle finger. For 7, so being the ring finger, another longer one, but it's Uziabo Nokele, Uziabo Osose. And so that translates literally to finger that is next to the pinky or little finger. And then as you can guess, pinky would be Uziabo Osose. And then I think that is all for this page. So Esme, would you like to do us the favor of going through all of these pronunciations in your native tongue?
Yes. So, number 1, Evabo, that is the palm. 2, Ezwobo, that is wrist. Iziabo, fingers. Uziabuzo or Uziabolobo, thumb. Uziabo Nokele, Uziabuzo, index finger. Uziabudevye, middle finger. Just remember, Udevye means middle. Uziabo Nokele, Uziabo Osese, ring finger. Uziabo Osese, little finger, they also call pinky finger.
Ulmigo.
Brother.
Okay.
And finally, moving on to parts of the foot. And well, for foot, we have owo. For ankle, we have ezuowo. For sole, like the sole of the foot, we have evaowo. For toes, we have iziawo. Or for one toe, we have uziawo. And for big toe, we have uziawo uzo. Or uziawo ologbo. Estimate, would you please go over these?
Oh, sure. So the first one is over, then is over. Remember, just like we have the wrist, it was is over. So it goes the same pattern. Is over, which is the ankle. Evawo, Iziawo, Uziawuzo, or Uziawologbo.
Exactly. Ulmigo Same.
Brother.
And what they also wanted to point out too, again, following similar patterns. So for number 3, being the sole of the foot, Eva, again from before, is like stomach or like the spear or inside. And so that's like the belly of the foot, so being the sole. And then also Olobo or Uzo means the head toe or the big toe.
That's it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have now made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end.
Yes, ma'am. And this was a little bit of a shorter episode, but we covered a lot of the basics of the body parts. We've included in the description below a long cumulative list that we put together with all the body parts and stuff that might be helpful for you to reference.
All right. Feel free to give us feedback as you consider appropriate, and we encourage you to stay tuned for our next episode of Learning Isoko Vocabulary Essential.
Yes, sir. See y'all later.
Bye.
Next time.
Bye.